Greetings everyone. In this video I'm going to talk a little bit more on the balancing of your life scripts from the different stages or your many different characters in different timelines.
Greetings! This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
Now I want to make sure that you know that although you may have a character that you are playing on many different timeline stages, you are an actor on the stage and you are acting certain parts, a certain character, a certain soul contract as an actor on a certain timeline stage. You may have many, or you may have only two. Now, what does that mean? It basically has to do with your station in life, what family you are born into, what you experience growing up in that family, whether it is an influential family of means or wealth, or if it's just an average family. The family that you are born into in your different character settings is balanced out between all the different lives and characters that you're playing on all the different stages in all the timelines. Now, just because you maybe were born into a lower class in this lifetime or in any other lifetime does not mean that you are stuck there. Now, every child has a choice of getting in trouble in school or not, of doing drugs, drinking alcohol, making choices from the very youngest age to maturity. Even now, you still have choices. The family that you are born into only says a different parameter around the challenges that you will have in your youth. As you mature and grow, if you have not accepted the programming of the mind that says that, well, that's your limits, whatever your parents' limits were are yours, then that's a choice. You see, you can move away from an area, you can change your mind, you can change your frequency, and things will change for you. Now, even in a locked script, there are things that are in every locked script that you have choices. You have lots and lots of choices. You have a choice whether to drink. You have a choice whether to eat meat. You have a choice whether to get married. You have a choice whether to do drugs, whether to be sexually active, whether you are homosexual. These are all choices within a script. Now, there may be leanings towards certain things because of your family, peers, many different things that can influence a choice. If your friends are all drinking, smoking, doing drugs, the tendency could be there that they will pull you into the same thing, or they're not going to be your friend very long. And your desire for fitting in may override your sensibility of mind that maybe this isn't the best thing for you to get involved in. Choices. So when I say there's a balance within your different roles and characters over the timelines, if you have been born into a wealthy, well-to-do family in one life, to offset that, you will be born into a lesser status, family. That's the bounce. Now, both of those lives have challenges. Even if you are in a wealthy, well-to-do family, comfortable living, it does not mean that there are no challenges. Granted, money makes life easier, but with the money can come not really searching to get connected to your source self, not really looking for the connection that you're missing. So what I'm saying here is, although if you have a locked script, it doesn't mean that there are not choices within that script and paths that you can take. Your creativity, your ability to invent, your determination to raise your frequency. Now, when your frequency rises, then things are going to become more clear to you, and you can shape your life script once you unlock it with more experiences that you would want to include that you may not have the means to accomplish with a locked script and in the mindset of someone with a locked script. Now, many of you haven't unlocked your scripts, and many of you don't even know what you want. You think you know what you want, but if you really think it through, is that really what you want? You see, without a source self connection, it doesn't matter what you do, it will seem hollow and incomplete. It might be fun for a while, but if you don't have that source self connection and the knowledge of knowing yourself, and that, well, there is a saying, have you not heard ye are all gods? Well, gods are something that are made outside of you, but you are source. You are the creator of everything and the creator of your entire experience and existence. Now, the Matrix has been telling you in different ways, but you've never comprehended the magnificence of it. Your choices determine the reflection of the world around you and what you experience. Your subconscious programming is deep, and it really has to be cleared before you can totally be free of all that prior programming. Just when you think you may have gotten it all, then something else will pop up. Now, anytime that you react, that is a button pushed within you, then you need to examine what the root cause of that response is in you. It's a subconscious programming. A button has been pushed. You do not remain in neutrality, and so therefore there's an underlying issue, and you need to get to the root of that issue. It takes a lot of work, and sometimes it can even be painful to address issues. Issues of abandonment, issues of not being good enough, issues, all of these things. When in fact you are source, the question would be, why do you feel that abandonment so deeply? Why are you so emotional? Why do things stir up and really create tensions and emotions within you? What are those things? And why is it? But the point here is, regardless of what status that you came into the world at, what family you were born into, that's really the only major differences in the different soul contracts and stages that you're playing on. Your choices made really create your game regardless of what family you were born into. Now, can you leave your family of birth and move to another area? And it would totally change everything about your experience. Even going to another country. Some go to other countries for education or for other reasons, for job opportunities. And how will that impact and change? You see, those are all choices. Those are all choices. And for a source player, really, all things are possible. But most of you don't believe that, and you don't know that. Some of you come up against struggle or disappointment or difficulties. And instead of pressing through them, you're ready to throw the towel and just, well, you know, it sucks. What are you going to go and do? You're going to go back to something else that sucks just as bad or worse? There are choices that you have to make, and the choices will define your game experience. Are you going to just give up, or are you going to press through? This goes for any and every character on the stage, regardless of the family that they were born into, regardless. It's a choice. Your choices outline and define your life experience. Now, you can do this, but you can't give up, and you have to know that you can do it. Some of you are expecting instantaneous results. You've lived a lifetime to get to this point. Now you are wanting something quickly. Well, there is always testings, and there are always choices to make. Being aware of the choices that you have and being aware of your responses really are important in this game. You can do this. I know that you can. You have to know it too. Now, if you find the information that I'm sharing and the work that I've done in the Matrix a benefit to you, then it benefits you to say thank you with a gift via PayPal. The link is in the description box below. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.